Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Maggie. Today we're going to do a Project 10 pan update. So it's been about a month since I did my last one and I have quite a few rollouts today. I'm really excited about it. So let's go ahead and dive in. I think I'm going to start with some of the base products. So I have this Fenty Beauty powder. This was a refillable press powder. I did repress it my own and this is what we're currently looking like. I'll put a comparison from last month. So my goal obviously is to finish it all the way up. I'm getting pretty close. Last time I had 17 uses, now I have 43. So I've been using it consistently. It is kind of crumbling off and I try to just break it up in the center and use as a loose powder, but some of those crumbs have also fallen out. So we're getting there. I do fully expect this to be done by next month though. There's not much left in here. So this is staying in, but it should be out next time, which is great. I probably would repurchase another refill for this. I really like the formula. So I'll probably get one maybe at like the Sephora VIB sale. I'll wait a little bit. I have some loose powders I can use in the meantime, but I really like this one. Also for face kind of base, I have a Milani Make It Last setting spray. This is done. There is a little bit left at the bottom, but when it sprays, it's like shoot me in the eyeball. Like it's super splattery. It's not really a mist anymore. So I'm calling it done. I brought this in when I was about here. This is where I was last time. And then obviously this is where I am now. So this is rolling out and into my empties. And this one had, let's see here. I had 14 uses last time. Now I have 36 and it is done. So that's exciting. And I already have another one. I bought like a 2-pack when they were on sale. So I have another one ready to go, which is great. So that's rolling out and we'll pick something to replace that spot in this project pan in a moment. I also have a brow product here that I can talk about. This is a little baby Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. And this one still smells fine. And this one I have like no way of really tracking it, but it's just this cutest little brush. And I'm just going to use it until it's dry. Like I don't feel like it's really doing anything anymore. So I've had this in for a couple of months now. Looking at my cheat sheet, I've used it 63 times now. I brought it in June. So last time I had 38 and now I have 63. I've been using it super consistently. So yeah, I'm just going to keep going until I feel like there's not really product coming out. I'm sure we're getting closer. 63 is like way more than I thought it would have in it. So that's pretty cool, but this is staying in. And then I have a under eye powder. This is from Hourglass. It is a mini of the diffused light shade. So I'll put in a comparison of where it was last month. Obviously I have pan on it, so it's kind of fun to track now. So last month I had 109 uses, now I have 129 uses, so an extra 20 uses here. And yeah, I've just been using it under my eyes, around my nose, anywhere I kind of want to brighten up. My goal is to finish it this year. I feel like it's going to be close, so we'll see if I can do it. I'm just going to keep using it how I have been, not looking to, overuse it by any means, but I think it's just a nice go-to. I do have this shade or similar shades in palettes, but I kind of like having it as single as well. So this is staying in, of course, working towards finishing that one all the way up, but I knew that would take me most of the year. Like that's not a surprise. Let's move into some cheek products. So I have a bronzer. I had this in earlier this year. I brought it back in last month. This is my Milani bronzer, and this is where I'm currently at. So earlier in the year, I just wanted to hit pan. I did that pretty easily. I took it out of the project, kept using it, and then I brought it back in because I'd like to see if I can finish it up before the end of the year. It is a really great shade of bronzer for me. I like that I can be kind of sloppy with it. I don't have to be super precise. It blends easily and it's not too dark for me, which is great. The packaging has broken, but that's fine. It's still usable. So this is what it's looking like. And yeah, I really hope to finish this one up. Looking at my notes, let's see here. I've used it 21 times. I brought it in last month. So 21 uses this month, and then we'll keep going from there. So that's staying in. And then I have my Hourglass palette. So I'm using both the blush and the highlight in here. We can start with the highlight because that's where the visible progress is. So I'll just put this up on the screen and you can take a peek at this month versus last month. So the highlight here, I've been really kind of focusing in on this dip and then also here on this corner. And I've been using it on my face, and then I've also started using it as my inner corner highlight on my eyes. So I'm actually counting it twice when I do count, because I feel like I'm using it two different places, two different times. So that seems fair to me. But my numbers then have significantly increased. So last time I had 114, now I have 154. So I used it 40 times. But again, it's because I'm using it, basically I used it 20 days, but used it twice, if that makes sense. And if I am wearing like a shirt that shows my like décolleté at all, then I'll dust there a little bit. I would really love to finish this year, so I am kind of getting a little bit more serious about it, I would say. It is pretty thin in here. It's not super domed anymore, so that's nice, but I need to just like stay steady with it, keep using it to get to my goal. I also am working on the blush in here. My goal is to use it 75 times this year. I have used it 56 times so far. Last time I had 48 uses, now I have 56. So I try to use it 6 or 7 times each month so that I'm making my way there. So I'm kind of right on track, I would say. And I don't think I'll see pan on this at all before the end of the year. Like, this is just not going to happen. But very excited to see more usage in here, especially in the highlighter. This is one where when I use it, especially with the like little eyeshadow brush on the corners, I can see it being used like pretty much every time. So that's exciting. And maybe I'll pick like a different spot eventually to kind of move my brush around, but this has been good. So keeping this in, of course, working on it through the end of the year. This is the other blush I have, which is the Hourglass Ambient Light. Again, a mini one in the Diffuse Heat shade. So my goal is to use this 40 times. This was kind of like my summer rotation blush. So in addition to the one in the palette, I had this one to kind of play with. I used it 39 times. So I'm going to roll this out. I'm going to use it tomorrow when I do my makeup, and then that'll hit the 40 goal and we'll call it good. Like, there's no reason for me to keep it in. So I will use it one more time to hit that 40, but then I'm going to rotate. So I'm going to bring in a different blush today. I like to have a second blush, so I'm not just stuck with the one in this palette. I like a little variety in my life. So this one has been really great. I love the Hourglass formula for cheap products. You're probably gathering that. They just blend so nicely, and I love that the colors, I mean, they look pretty bright in here, but they blend out really nicely, and they have the marbling of like the normal powder in here, so it's actually not that bright when it goes onto your skin. But really like this one for summertime, so that was fun, and I'm happy I used it. So this will be rolling out. Again, I'll just use it once in the morning, and then we're good to go. And then the last two products to update you on are my lip products. So this one is the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip lipstick, and this is in the shade Hibiscus. It's one of those where you like click at the bottom. I really like that packaging, actually. So this has been great. My goal, again, to use it 40 times, then I'm just going to roll it out. I did hit 40. I've used it a couple more times, but once I hit 40, I stopped counting. So this is officially rolling out. I brought this one in June. So this was a fun summer, lip product for me. I'm excited to have a fall lip product now, but I like, again, kind of like with the blushes, I like to go through my lip products and try to use everything at least about 30 to 40 times each year, so that I know what I like, and if anything is kind of off or different or has changed, I can catch it and, get it out of my stash. So this is good. It's going back into my collection. Probably will pull it back out in spring, summer next year. And then the other one is the NYX Butter Gloss. This I rolled in recently, last time, yeah. So I've used it 25 times. This is the shade Creme Brulee. It's a beautiful, just everyday pink shade. Again, goal is 40 uses, so I'm at 25, just over the halfway point. I like to keep this one in my bag or here at my desk. Either one works, and it's just like a quick reapply. This is one that I've used multiple times in my makeup career, I would say. So this is awesome. I really love this one. I will probably always have this in my stash. It's just so good. So happy to keep this one in for a little bit longer, and then I'll roll it out and probably pick a different gloss to bring in, because I kind of like to have one lipstick, one gloss designated at a time. It just helps me, kind of feel like I have a couple of choices while still pairing. So I have 3 items rolling out: the setting spray, the blush, and the lipstick. And I have 3 new items to bring in. So let's start with the lipstick. This one is from Charlotte Tilbury. It's one of their fancy ones. And this is in the shade Bitch Perfect. This is kind of a peachier nude, and I actually should reapply. So I think I'll use this and just show you what it looks like on my skin. So it's not a shade that I would typically reach for day to day. I tend to go more pinky nude than peachy nude. But being that it's fall, I think it's fun. I can also layer it with pinkier shades. So if I don't want to wear this on its own, but maybe I want to put the gloss over it or another lipstick over it, I could totally do that. And yeah, I just kind of want to experiment with this one. It's kind of on the chopping block for me, where if I feel like I can't find a way to wear it that I like, then it can go. You know what I mean? But I want to give it a solid try instead of just once or twice. Like sometimes it takes me, a week or 2 to figure out how I like to wear something. So that's why I want to roll this one in. It's a little bit, kind of up if I will keep it or not. So the goal will be 40 uses. And we'll see. If I struggle through that 40, that probably is an indicator I don't really need this in my collection. So we'll see, but that's going to roll in. And then I'm also going to bring in a peach blush. So this one is from ColourPop. It's the Fresh and Peachy blush. It's a matte formula. This is what it looks like. I can see the rings, but there's actually not pan in here. So anyway, I just want to work on this. Again, 40 uses, that works for me. So this is going to be rolling in as my fall blush. So I have kind of the rosy shade in the palette and then this peach one I can choose from. So that's also kind of why I wanted to do the peach lipstick. Like if I'm doing peach on my cheeks already, then, maybe it'll look ties in better. So yeah, I'm gonna bring this one in. I've had this for a few years at this point now, so just excited to keep using it and see how the formula is holding up for me. So that's coming in. And then the last item is this little Wet n Wild single. I've panned a few of these, but I have pan on this one, so I figured we could roll it in, and the goal could be to finish it all the way up. This is my go-to everyday eyeshadow to set down my primer. It's the first thing I put on my eyes for eyeshadow, and it just helps everything else blend. So I go through these, pretty regularly throughout the year. Like I said, I already have pan on here, so the goal is going to be to finish it all the way up and just move it on out. I have a few of these. When I buy them from Amazon, I buy like 5 at a time. So I have a few more in my stash, but since I have pan, I thought it would be fun to track an eyeshadow here in this project as well. So those are the 10 items I'm going to be focusing on for the next month. I'm feeling really good. The season change is definitely like impacting me. I'm feeling, cozier, and like today it's going to be 80, but over the weekend it was cooler. So I'm just kind of leaning into those cooler days and ready for it. But yeah, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.